Hello and welcome everybody, it's me DaleyBoyDidds and this is my Let's Play. Okay guys, we're on to Taron number 2. It's the second episode. Obviously it's the third episode overall, but forget the intro, that's out the way of that now. We're on to episode 2. So just a very quick recap. We've not really got very far into the game, obviously guys. 21 days into play, into the action. I am actually going to run the play over now. We're running it on the slowest, so we'll just crank that up by 1. Keep an eyeball out down here if you want to of what's going on. I'll come back to that in a minute. Things will flash along down here for absolutely ever. It's impossible to completely keep up with what's happening, and we'll have a look around the map properly in a minute. But in the last game, what did we do? Well, we gave ourselves, we got married for one, Countess Nain of Taron. She's my lovely wife, 16 years old, not very super duper attributes, but she's got more prestige than me, so I suppose that means something. What's this? Sympathy towards Christendom. Hey, don't be sympathetic, lady. She's got some of the similar traits to me, so lustful, patient, and deceitful. She's gluttonous, though. Hey, stop eating that kebab. I'm not having it, love. I'm not having it. Stop it. And then, obviously, she's a sympathiser to Christendom, which, you know, I don't mind. She can do that if she wants. Just don't start being naughty. She now likes me, and she's now Jewish, so all that's important. We have got, well, she's not got the same as me, but I have now got a new ambition, which is to have a son, and hopefully we'll get jiggy quite soon. Quick pause there, because this has just flashed up. Yeah, hopefully we'll get jiggy quite soon, and get that started, and start actually getting heir for ourselves, and to continue this game, because if we die right now, if our title's taken away, our single county title's taken away, that's game over, guys. That's the end of this Let's Play. Just as easy as that. So we really need an heir. I like that. Yeah, we really need an heir as soon as possible. Okay, the other thing that we did was set up our council, and as you can see at the moment, they're all darkened out. And that's because you can only set them, say, about every 6 months-ish, something along that lines. I've never really noticed how long it was. Well, we can see, can't we, 17th of July. So the chances are it is about 6 months, because we're in January right now, and it was probably about the midway through January when we set that. Okay, so in this particular episode, guys, I'm going to go through these tabs in particularly up here. If we get time, we'll go through our character tab as well, and what all this lot means, what we're looking at. But we've just had another message pop up. So the other 2 messages as well, guys. We've got no heir. We know that we haven't got a kid. We've only just got married, so give us a chance. And if we was to die, our title would be lost upon succession. Okay? Because there's nobody to pass it on to. But we have just got this. This is a message from our Duke, Ashot. Now, Ashot is actually quite an important name from Taron. And I'll go into that. The history of Taron as we're playing. We've got a long time, guys, before real stuff starts here, so we'll go into that later on. I don't know why I'm circling there. That's not even us. Where are we? We're down here, aren't we? Part of Taron. Yeah, so the Ashots have got quite a big history in Taron as warriors, and some big myths about them. I was reading that the other day, which is quite interesting. But I presume that he wants us to become the council member for Taron for intrigue, I would imagine, because our intrigue, our spymaster skill is high. It's high in general. 25 is magnificent, but 47 because of all the other bits and bobs. For instance, our wife stats and our council stats. 16 is decent, as just oomphed us up in the table there for how good we're going to be at intrigue. Now, it is something that I'll consider, and if it means that our Duke likes us that little bit more, then so be it. But right now, he's not a massive fan. His state diplomacy is good, but he really dislikes us, and that's because he's Mayathite at the moment. We'll get him to change. We will. He's chaste. Oh, he's got some kids, though. Okay, so what we're going to do is... I'm pretty sure that that'll be for... Right, yeah, so what we'll do is we'll go on to our main screen. We'll take away our ambition. And hopefully that means that we will be able to get another ambition pretty soon. Before that disappears. So that's the idea. It might not work out that way, but hopefully that's what's going to happen, and that's probably going to disappear before we get a chance to do that. So at the age of 16, Zamurka has died. Okay, let's have a quick pause. So, Duke Asot IV of Armenia has declared the Armenian Holy War for Cologne. Don't know what that is. For the Marawinid Emirate. So we are at war straight away, and it's going to be an absolute hotbed of war that we're involved in. But let's see if we can find this place just off the top of our heads, or from the quick view. So we're going to war for Cologne. I don't even know where that is. Over here. It'll be this one. So we've gone to war for this territory right here. Now what this is actually going to do is, these guys, because it's a holy war, these guys are going to call in other Muslim rulers. Let's just flip this onto the religious tab. Yeah, they're going to call in other Muslim rulers from the immediate area, and they're all going to join in. So these guys are going to join in, these will join in, these will join in, everybody's going to join in to basically take us out. And we've got enough men to take this area, but because everybody else will join to assist, it's going to be, it's just a silly move. It's just a silly move. And what this is going to do is open us up to dangers, and one of the major dangers for us personally is this territory right here, because we are part of the Duchy of Mesopotamia. So our little zone should be belonging in this little section, okay? And this is very, very bad for us, because if our king, or if our duke, basically loses his war, which he will, which he absolutely will, when he loses his war, or when he starts to get depleted, these guys are going to push the claim for my area. And I don't know what the outcome of that's going to be, what that means. We've also lost this lady, 16 years old. Oh, she was the spouse. How did she die? Period of illness. So our chaste ruler no longer has a wife. Only 16 years old and died. Okay, let's get playing. So we're going to lose this any second now. If we click on it, would we want to become the steward? Not really. I mean, we could become the steward. It will give us a +1. Okay, so what's this here? My liege, my mission to Dwin has so far been a success. During my visit to the court of Duke Asot of Armenia, I have seemed to manage to make him understand what a benevolent and peaceful ruler you really are, and he sends his regards. Perfect. He's gone up by 30. Absolutely brilliant. And that's because our Chancellor has got such a high stat. That's such a very, very good thing for us. So he wants us to become steward, and if we did become steward, we'll probably increase our steward skills by 1. So that's not too bad. That's not actually the worst thing in the world that could happen. So let's just hide that down there for a sec. It'll probably be 6 months again before we're allowed to set up a new ambition. So as you can see, these guys have come into the war, and so too have these guys now. And you can see that because they're in red. So anybody that's in red is against us. Anybody that's in blue, I don't think are necessarily our allies, but are friendly. And anybody that's in dark is part and parcel of our wars. So we're just going to watch our gracious leader here get destroyed. And in fact, we're up in a second war now. So the first war was for Cologne, and the second war... Well, let's click on it. Let's see what they're trying to go for. A holy war for Mesopotamia. There you go. So this guy has gone to war for Mesopotamia. Now, Mesopotamia, yeah, it is part of his duchy. So, yep, so these, who is it who's gone to war for him? Collected a tithe. Excellent. These guys are on it. So, my liege, I have collected a tithe in Taron. The money should reach you together with this letter. How much do we get? 10.5 gold. Brilliant. That's actually really, really good because we're not on the most money in the world. And here's the first major battle. So they've got another big army coming in. And there the army comes now. So not only did they have a positive going into this fight against us anyway, but also now they've got nearly 3 times the manpower. They're going to absolutely destroy our men, which means Mesopotamia, the Duchy of, is probably going out of our hands. And if we just go on to the Duke himself, there you see the Duchy of Armenia, County of Dwin, and the County of Anai. What, did we go to war against him? No, surely not. For this duchy, though, the contested titles, Kassite, I think we've gone to war against them, to be honest. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. However, what I do know is that we are now being attacked. We are now being attacked. Bloody marvellous. So not only are we massively losing the war that we set off for, but we are now being attacked in this war here against these guys. So they are claiming... I just can't really work out what they're trying to claim for. Oh, what's this? I've decided to institute minimum taxes. Yeah, I've introduced the taxes. I don't care about that just yet. So, yeah, these guys have gone to war against us for Kassite Emirates. Now, the Kassite Emirate, though, is this one right here. Oh, my God. So, the approval of the tax. At the moment, this war for this duchy... I'm all over the shop. There's so much going on right now. The war for the duchy is at 0, but once they start taking my zone, that's going to go through the roof. There's no army left for Armenia. These guys are slowly... Well, that's us, isn't it? Slowly there. But these guys are going to basically just trample all over our few army that's left. It was just a stupid move. Absolutely stupid move. So early on in the game. They should have just held out a little bit longer. And they would have had a chance. But unfortunately, Taron's going to face some difficulties in the very, very near future. And let's see if our guys can actually assist over here in this fight. And they're going to get beaten anyway, so there's no point. Oh man, this is just going to be... It's just an absolute onslaught right from day one. Our knowledge of legalism in Taron has increased to level 1. Oh, that's nice. George has accepted the call to arms. Taron's under siege, as we know. Okay, so let's just go on to our gracious leader. That's putting us in all sorts of bother. Yep, so let's just click onto our gracious leader to move that out of the way. And yeah, so he's defending against the Mustasarit. I can't say that. For the Holy War for Mesopotamia. And he is attacking. Yes, so we're attacking for that area, and we're defending against these guys for Mesopotamia, for that area. But I didn't think that was part of us anyway, so I'm not really sure. Oh, so I'm not really sure why that's on, because the Holy War for Mesopotamia. So unless these are against them as well, which they're not. It's boggled my brain a little bit. You know what we'll do? We'll just sit back and we'll just watch how it comes about. So I think what's happening is these guys have gone to Holy War for my area, basically, because my area is the only one that sits inside a different part. Okay, quick pause. A different part of religion. So I think they want to try and include this area into theirs, which shouldn't mean that we're out of pocket. It shouldn't mean that we lose everything. It might, but it shouldn't mean that we lose everything. But we'll have to see. So we're going to celebrate Passover. It's one of the decisions that's available to us. And in the intrigue slots, celebrate Passover's now got a tick. So we'll lose 50 gold. So we've got the money to do it, but we should gain some good stuff as well. And it's funny that it says that we're at peace, because we are currently being taken over. So we'll do that. So more than 2,000 years ago, God aided the children of Israel and their escape from slavery by inflicting 10 plagues upon the ancient Egyptians, upon ancient Egypt. The last of these saw the Spirit of the Lord slay every firstborn in Egypt, but Passover, Jewish homes marked with the blood of a slaughtered lamb. This festival celebrates the return of freedom to the enslaved Jewish people. Enslaved for now, I tell you. Send the invitations. So, while I'm thinking about it, when I have taken over areas in the past, in a holy war, the current count of those areas does not come with it. Do they come with it? I can't remember. I just can't remember. This might be an incredibly fast, incredibly fast Let's Play. Rumours of a traitor working with the besiegers has eroded the morale of the defenders. That's not good. Okay. The Cedar dining, the Cedar, or is it called the Cedar? I'm not sure. I'm going to call it the Cedar. The Cedar dinner has begun. As is tradition on the first night of Passover, matzo flatbread is consumed with liberal amounts, together with bitter marrow of herbs. Everyone is required to drink 4 cups of wine, each at a specific point during the Seder. As the story of Exodus from Egypt is retold and discussed. Pass over the mazzle. Pass me the mazzo. What is it? Matzo. Matzo. Pass the matzo, please. That's how I'd say it. Excuse me, sir. Pass the matzo. The Seder lasts well into the night, but all good things must come to an end. Your vassals return home to celebrate the rest of Passover, but most seem to agree that your Seder dinner was well worth the trip, which is interesting because they don't believe. My guys don't even believe in this shite. Shite, that's really bad to say, isn't it? Sorry, Jewish people. My guys don't even believe in the Seder or in the Jewish faith or religion. So why did they even turn up? I don't know. So next year in Jerusalem. That's our aim. We won't do it next year. We might not even be here next year. So we got 100 prestige and 100 piety for that. That's better. Hey. So we've got 73 now in prestige. So we could actually try and take our own area, but guys, there might actually be no point to that at all. If once we lose this territory, we lose the game. Is there anything I can do to try and save us here? Anything at all? What if I was to... I could revoke that title. We're still not going to have enough men to take on this army. Okay, let's just pause that really quickly. We don't want to become steward. Let's get rid of that now. It's doing me head in. So if we went to war, we've only got 300 and odd. What if we brought some mercenaries in? We've only got 10 gold, so that's definitely not going to be something on the cards, I don't think. Nah, we can't afford any mercs at this stage. How much money has our vassals got? Because we might be able to just sniper this if we can get... Oh, man, he hates us, doesn't he? Why does he hate us so much? Zealous, greedy, cynical, infidel, short range, fired from the council, hates you, Dale. So, this guy's only got 34 gold. I mean, he really dislikes us. But, it was a potential, wasn't it, of taking some gold. What about the only guy that actually likes us, the city of Mus? Does he have any money? 52 gold, so still not really enough, even if we took both titles, killed both of those guys, took all their money from them, banished them, or whatever the situation is required of. I still don't think it would be enough. But fate smiles on me. My wife, Nain, is pregnant. We might not have anywhere to live, Nain. Come on, come and save us. Forget that. Come and save me. Come and save me. You've got the manpower. Come and save me. I can use my little men will help you. Oh, we're at war to 3 people now. So what's this war all about? For Derbent. So the Hashemid Holy War for Derbent. Byzantines are getting involved. Okay, so we've just lost our main area. Manzikirk has gone. And Osana has been imprisoned. Shut up. I eat you. And it didn't actually take as much as I thought, in fairness. Only 6% by taking over us. So hopefully The Byzantines are going to come and help, and they are coming to help. That could be important. Oh no, we're at war with the Byzantines. Of course we're at war with the Byzantines. So the Byzantines are now... Okay, what's this? Okay, so he likes us even more. So this is our Chancellor again, saying that the Duke likes us again. Another 30 points. So the Duke actually likes us quite well at this point. 42 for the Duke. So we're safe there. Let's move our Chancellor away from that then. Let's bring him into our own area. Hey, I said bring her into my area. And did... Oh, what does he want now? Son, you're going to die. You're not helping me. So, ooh, he wants me to be Spy Master. So we'll hold that one, because I do want to become the Spy Master, I think. What was I just doing then, Duke? You can't just pop in like that. Oh yeah, I was checking my city, and how does he actually like me? 21. So he likes me with 21. Will he change religion? He will not change religion. If we gave him an honorary title, maybe he would, but I don't think he will yet either. So we're going to hold out. Let's just keep holding out until we find out if we're going to survive this war. So yeah, the Byzantines now are coming to war against us. Well, not actually against us. They're coming to war for this territory, for Colonia. Now, because we're already there in Colonia trying to take it, what's going to actually happen is the Byzantines are going to come against us directly, which is really not good news, because when they come against us directly, it's going to mean that they absolutely wipe the floor with our army. So we need to move this army as soon as possible. Whether they do or not, I don't know if that's going to be the situation. Chances are, I mean, we have just moved out, but is it going to be quick enough? Georgia, get out, Georgia, get out. Where are you going? Come to me, come and rescue me, screw everything else, come and take this out. So we're now fighting down here. I thought that was us. That is not us. So we've just lost Mush. That's our city gone. But it's still only minus 17%. So these guys really need to swoop round and come and save that. You've lost Colonia. That's gone, guys. That is gone. Colonia is no longer going to be anything that we can go for. The Byzantines are taking it. And yeah, I mean, we're just going to have to just deal with that. So bandits have raided the siege camps outside Galak, killing many of the besiegers' soldiers. That's good news, but still too many men there for us to deal with. What we need to happen here is that Armenia swoops round, forgets Colonia. Now that is a done deal. Once the Byzantine pull up their men, there's no chance that we've got to fight the Byzantines at this stage. A defender of Galak launched an unsuccessful raid against the besiegers, taking heavy losses in the attempt. Right, so that's fine. We're not going to win that. So a rather nettlesome neighbour keeps sending envoys begging for money and demanding tribute. I feel rather confused about his arbitrary ways, and I am not sure what I should do. Will I send him away with roses? Nail the envoys hat to their heads. I like that. Piety or prestige? You know what? I'm going to go for piety, because I want to push my faith. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. But what's our guys doing? So we're at war up here as well. Who are these fighting with or for? The Hashemid. Is that these guys? No, of course it's not. That's these guys for Derbent. Oh yeah, we wanted to find out what Derbent was all about, didn't we? Let's go a bit closer. Poachers have been seen in Taron. I should probably send my spy master Vakshagan, my marshal, to investigate. Poachers will be eliminated. They have more important things to do. Nah, go and eliminate them. And a daughter was born. So we're going to call her Shushanik. Why not call her Shushanik? Why not call her that? Blinking Shushanik. You better be good. At least we've got an heir now. So if we actually have a territory to stay in. Okay, so Vakshagan Caught 2 young poachers in my forest with a couple of dead rabbits at their belt. And one live. I'm on live in the shit. I cannot read tonight, man. My eyes are going crazy out here. -17 down there with that one. Deal with him yourself, Vashagan. I'm not interested in that. Come on. Deal with it. Just deal with it. So we get some more prestige. That's good news for us. So, I said I was going to go through these sections up here, and I kind of got carried away with the actual gameplay. Now we have been taken completely. So the Siege of Glac is done. Our entire area is gone. So, while it's an opportunity here, I will just show you this. When you've taken a few or one or more areas, what happens is the lines will basically come across it to show that it's half taken or partly taken or what have you. When those lines turn solid, as is in our area of Taron, that means it's completely captured. So over here, Colonia, as you can see, is only partly taken, and as you can see here, the Duchy of Armenia has the castle in Colonia, the capital. Nobody has the other 2 areas though. They still belong to Colonia, or the Emirates. Okay, but over here in Taron, the difference is these guys have taken each one of our areas, and that is shown with the solid lines as well. So I'm surprised I've not been able to make a new ambition, and I'm just going to decline that, get it off my screen as well. Because if we're going to take on a job, we might as well take on the job alongside getting the extra points, the extra stats for it. It would have been nice to get learning, so I don't have to learn that one as an extra. So in our wars right now, we are losing the war for Colonia by -33%. We are losing the war for Taron and the Duchy of Mesopotamia by 28%. That's something we need to sort out for my sake. And we are not really involved yet in the war for Durban, because nothing's happened quite as yet. I write to you with bad news from Taron. My efforts to root out heresy and convert the population have met with resistance. The peasants are arming themselves. I fear we might have a revolt. Okay, so there's going to be a revolt in Taron, and that's not helped by the fact that we've been taken over. So what we need to do is get our marshal, who is pretty good, onto repressing revolts, or suppressing, is it? Yeah, suppressing revolts, and he's going to go in there to get the modifier as low as possible. Still, it's Mathesite as the religion, and if we just click on the religion tab, has he made any headway? Interchange? Of course he's not made any headway. That's shocking to say. But the revolt risk is now back to 0. So religious tensions will put it at -10. But the councillor being there gives us a -15. So +10 in revolt risk, but then a -15 from our councillor because of his high martial skill. So that's great. So that revolt risk is completely suppressed right now. As it stands though, we need to really do some work here and get cracking. And we're coming up to the 30-minute mark as well, so we'll bring this to an end very, very soon. A lot's going on in this game right now, guys, and I know I've flitted around quite a lot. It's because I've never played in this area before. I'm not really 100% sure what it all means for our rule if we lose this duchy area. So if we're part of this duchy area that goes to a different religion, I'm not sure if that means the end of us without us actually doing anything, which would be a major shame, really. It would be a major shame. So in the next game, I will definitely go through these tabs up here as priority 1 while the game's in the background. But as you've seen, in the background games actually take us time. We actually have to watch what's going on. We're winning 1 war against Durban, so we're winning this one up here right now, and now we're losing it because they've just taken our territory. Superb. We have not got the army for this at all. We have not got the army to take on 3 wars. But Georgia down here for us is doing some good work, and they've taken Colonia completely, which puts us on 3% against Colonia. But I'm sure the Byzantines are not going to be helpful to us. And the Byzantines are going to take that. I'm not sure. So what will... the Byzantines are just going to take over that one. My liege peasants have attacked me while I'm collecting taxes in Taron. Just survive this, guys. Just survive this. So, hopefully Georgia now are heading out to take these guys. Yes, they are. So Georgia are now with 820 men, the only people defending us from the only people defending us from the dangers that lurk of having nowhere to rule him. And a set of levies have just come up from our area as well, and they're fighting straight away. So that levy is goners, that they're not going to survive, even though we have got a positive kind of amplifier to our armies, and they've got a negative one. There's no way that we'll be able to beat that army, so we're just going to get reinforced by 159 rather than the nearly 700 men, which is just disappointing, really. We need the Byzantines to come in and help, but why would they help? Armenia is part of their lands, so it's not good news for us at all. If they was to do a de jure claim, that's a quick thing to check. Okay, so if we just check on this, no, they're doing a holy war for Mesopotamia. Okay, so if they were doing a de jure claim for us, we just go into their area. But the big worry that I've got is that they are doing a holy war changeover, which means the people that are normally in there lose their titles, which is really, really dangerous for us, because that pretty much means that we're going to be out of the game very soon. But without worrying just yet, we'll hold on. Now, we've just come down to minus money, and our balance is actually 0.01 negative each month, and that's because we've got no defense. Okay, some good news though. The mayor of Mush, Shahan Shahala. I can't even say it. Can't even break it down. Shahanshah. The mayor Shahanshah of Mush has also seen our benevolent ways, and he's changed 30 towards us. Now then, this is an opportunity. I know we're going to lose it all, guys, but this is an opportunity to go to Shahanshah and see if he'll change his religion. He will not. Bloody Shahanshah. Come on. You could have changed your religion then, son. Okay, so Georgia are going to find themselves in some trouble now. They're in Edessa. They've only got 770 odd men. There's a 1,136 man army coming after them. Now, some people might be watching this game and say, why didn't you bring your armies up? Guys, there's nothing I could have done. Finally, we've been able to bring a new ambition. We're not going to pick an ambition just yet. We'll see how things progress. Now that they might win this. They might win this. So they've got a positive modifier. They're actually not doing too bad. Let's have a see. Let's have a see. This could change the war. No, they're losing it now. Yeah, some people might ask why I didn't bring up my men. There was just no point. There was no point at all. We wouldn't have been able to do anything. Taking our men out of our area would have just speeded up the process of losing it as well. Unfortunately, we were part of a Duchy of Armenia that just had crap leadership. He should never have gone for that territory. He should have just held on, just waited 5 minutes, and we could have got behind him a lot better. But wasn't to be. So we'll have to see how bad it gets, and we are really losing this now. So because of that war which has gone against us, it has basically meant that we are now in a position where we really need some major assistance down here, and he looks like he's quite happy to lose this territory, and I'm not surprised, because he only has the one territory out of the 3, that Duchy. They obviously feel like that's part of their area to take as well. Being the closest count to such heavy Muslim influence was always going to be a problem. And yeah, I mean, we're just going to have to wait this out and just see what happens. But time is against us now, guys, so I'm going to bring this one to an end. 34 minutes, so yeah, we're definitely going to bring it to an end. I know I didn't get to go through any of the stuff that I said I would, but hopefully, somehow, I don't know how, but hopefully somehow we're going to stay in the game. And if we do stay in this game, then I'll go for everything properly. If I don't, then it's all for naught. Might be one of the fastest ever Let's Plays that's ever been. But at least we're still alive at the moment. Which is good. Which is good. Oh, here we go. Bad news from Taron. They met with resistance. This guy is so poor. Have we not got anybody that can come in for him? Because he is so bad. Let's see if we can just bring in somebody else, just for a giggle. Last thing before we go. Bring a holy man to my court. Much better! Yay. Proselytize. Taron. Off you go. Okay guys, let's bring that to an end. So we've just brought in somebody new to the court. He's much better, as you can see. He's a 13 from our last one, who was a 4. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we will survive long enough to have another 1 or another 2 episodes of this game. But I don't know, minus 71, it's a holy war. If they bring us across, I'm pretty sure that's us done. I'm pretty sure that's us out of territory. We just will have to see. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Just like for now, it doesn't matter about the subscriptions. But if you can, subscribe as well. Massive change! Oh, we've won a war! We've won a war! Oh my god, we'll come back to that in the next game. So, I'll see you then. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.